morning. How is everybody today? All right, hold on. We're going to send this out to my besties. Send this out to my besties. All right, as y'all are just stopping in, if you are new, I want you to put the word new in the comments. If you are an OG, I want you to put OG in the comments. And I also want to know where you're watching from today. It's Monday. I hope everybody had a fabulous weekend. Che Lewis. I don't know if I said that right. Good morning. Rondo, good morning. Dimples, Christopher, John, hello, Dennis, Dave, Dee Dee, Angela, good morning, good morning. My girl Christy's in the house. Thanks for stopping in today. All right, as y'all are stopping in, be sure to drop in the comments where you're watching from today. I also want to know if you are new or if you are an OG, okay? Something I love about TikTok is that we get to meet people from all over the world, internationally. I don't have to leave my house. I did my live on Saturday in my jammies, and it was wonderful. So welcome to my office space. For those of you who are new to me, my name's Keevan. I am a healthcare working mama, boy mama of two, and I help other mamas make money online because here's the thing. I spent years searching for it, right? I'm that mom, always wanted more life, more money, more time, more freedom, and the ability to do the things I want to do with my life. So I spent a lot of time searching for that. And now that I finally found a way to grind less and make more, I get to share it with other people, other busy mamas, other busy parents, and I absolutely love it. But as you're stopping in, drop in the comments if you're new. If you've been here before, means you're and where are you watching from today? I'm an Iowa girl. I'm surrounded by cornfields. It is so freaking humid here right now, which is why my hair looks the way it does. We're trying, but it's miserable. I'm going to be honest. So hopefully the weather is a little bit better in your neck of the woods. And you got to enjoy your weekend. Did anybody do anything fun this weekend? Put in the comments. We Saturday I helped my husband photograph a wedding. He's a wedding photographer, well, a photographer in general on the side. But we got to photograph a wedding for a doctor I work with on Saturday, so that's super fun. And then yesterday we just we took the park to play some soccer with them before the heat got wild out there. Hold on, guys. We're gonna do some blessing and releasing. Okay. For those of you who are just stopping in, put in the comments where you're watching from today. We got Patricia, good morning. You're 1033. Good morning, Roll Guy. Pick, good morning. Good morning. My name is Keevan, and we're going to talk about making money online today. Okay. If you are, oh man, Christy, I haven't looked at the humidity yet, but my when I was doing my workout at 4:00 this morning, the thermometer definitely said that it is 80 degrees outside. And like our doors are all fogged over, so I know it's not pretty out there right now. I'm dreading it. It's not nice. Hustle Papa, thanks for stopping in today. All right, so for those of you who are new, if you are somebody who has been looking for a way to make money online, hang with me here for a little bit this morning. I know you're busy. I know you're getting ready for the day grind, right? But first of all, you need to be checking out my LINK that is listed in my bio. Okay, it's a beacons page. I got a freebie that's up for grabs. Okay, a freebie that teaches you how to get into this online space and start making money doing it. So if you're serious about making money online, you need to snag that. It's a beacons page. First thing that pops up says, get your free copy of the Freedom Formula. Plug in your best contact info, check your spam, check your promo folders. Sometimes those end up in there. Also, there's a webinar replay in there that you can watch, and there's a lot of information in there. Check your folders. If you have any questions, feel free to respond to that mail from me. Okay. Who else we got in here today? Thank you for the follows. Whoop, whoop. All right. So I want you to drop a 1 in the comments if you are somebody who has ever tried to find a way to make money online. Drop a 1 in the comments. Girl, that's amazing, Christy. I'm so happy for you. Christy, real quick. Thank you, Michael, for the follow. I wanted to ask a question because I yesterday started listening to Jacqueline's Monday mentoring replay, and she talked about TikTok Shop and like just promoting a few things here and there in TikTok Shop. Is that something that you 100K views in 2 days? That's amazing, Christy. I'm gonna have to go look at that video. I'm gonna have to go look at that. Just coffee TikTok. Good for you, girl. All right. So I want you all to drop a 1 in the comments if you are somebody who has ever tried to find a way to make money online. Nothing but legacy. Okay. Because she was just saying in there how they're really starting to put out, good morning, Jamie. They're really starting to push out like TikTok shop accounts and to just go in and like create a video about like things you use for your digital marketing world. So your lights or whatever, and to just make a video about that, because then they help your account out. So I was just wondering if that was something that you did or not, because it's something that I'm considering just to kind of help, get my exposure out there. Women over 60 with retirement. Yeah. Good for you, Christy. That's awesome. I'll have to go in and look at that video. Something I love about this online space too is that like, oops, no retirement. Oh, with no retirement. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Okay. So let's get to talking about making money online here today. I want you to drop a 1 in the comments if you have ever typed into that search bar on any platform how to make money online. Drop a 1 in the comments. Because here's the thing. If you came across me today in your FYP, chances are you are somebody who is looking at digital marketing world, you're looking at making money online, but you don't know where to start, right? That was me. Okay. I've been in healthcare for 13 years and I've tried all the things. I have literally tried like 7 MLMs because I thought that's what was going to break me free, right? That's what we do. We go to college, we get our degrees, and then we decide that maybe this isn't what I want. I want more out of life, right? Or you need more money because let's be real, that college is expensive. And when you graduate, those jobs aren't paying you what you need to make to actually pay off that degree you got. Can I get an amen in the comments? Because I fell into that category. So for those of you who are new to me, my name's Keevan. I'm a healthcare working mama, and I teach other busy moms how to make money online, how to have $900 days from your phone. That's what we're talking about today. So first of all, check out my LINK that is listed on my TikTok page. Grab that freebie, okay? You want to snag that. Check your spam, check your promo folders. Sometimes those end up in there, okay? Now, we're going to talk today about, I really want to talk because it was just the weekend, right? And if you're a busy working parent, a mama like me, you are currently living for those 2 hours you get every night with your family and the weekends, right? Where you're playing catch up, you got the piles of laundry, you're meal prepping, you're trying to get everybody rested up from the week before and get them ready for the week that's coming up. And it's exhausting. Does anybody else in here feel that? Put an amen in the comments, because our society has taught us that that's okay, that that's just the way it is. You go, you get the degree, and you're just expected to work 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. And then your family, well, you just spend time with them when you can. But I have always felt like that's backwards and like I'm made for more. And people have looked at me forever like I got a third eyeball because I say things like that. Because I did what I was told to do, right? I went to college, I got my degree, and with my degree, I got $80,000 in student loan debt. So I literally spent the first year of my oldest son's life crying when I would rock him to sleep because all I wanted was to be home with him. I wanted more time with him, and I didn't want him to be going to care every single day. But we've never been able to afford it. We've never been able to afford for me to be home with the boys. And so I tried all those MLMs. I failed miserably at them. And I just came to terms with the fact that I guess I'm just going to be a working mom forever. Hopefully I can retire. Hopefully we can just make enough money to get by. I'll take my 2 weeks vacation every year, and I'll just come to terms with the fact that I got to ask a boss for time off to make memories with my family. And then last summer, I started seeing this homeschool mama who was talking about how she was having $900 days from her phone. And immediately brain started thinking, how is she making more working from her phone, being home with her babies all day long, than I am clocking in, trading 8 hours of my life to my 9 to 5 job that doesn't care about me, that at the end of the day does not care that I have a roof to put over my boy's head and I need to put food on the table and clothes on their back. And I sat curious all last summer. And then in August, life hit the fan for us. Last August, our AC unit died, and literally 2 days later, my husband's car was totaled out in an accident, and I was angry because I watched our savings account that we spent months building go from being fully funded to a big fat goose egg. And it scared me. And all I could think was, well, I guess I got to clock in more. I got to take more call at my day job. I got to put in more hours, work that 9 to 5 grind more. And then I remembered I had seen this mom have $900 days from her phone. And I sat skeptical for months. And I told my husband, I said, you know what? I want to look at this. I want to learn how to make money from my phone, not take more time away from our family, and be able to make more income than I have ever made before. And that's exactly what this online space is offering me. All right. Hardy followed me, and so did Baz. Thank you for the follows. Thanks for stopping today. Where are you from? All right. So let's talk about this real quick. I say real quick, but I talk a lot, so don't worry. Drop a 1 in the comments if you have never, ever heard of digital marketing before. I want you to drop a 1 in the comments. And drop a 2 if you're somebody who's heard of digital marketing, but you're sitting skeptical. You're sitting on the fence. You think it's too good to be true. You're hearing all these people talk about making $900 a day from their phone, and you're thinking it's way too good to be true. Why Meaty is a 1. J89 is a 2. Just Coffee TikTok. All right. Any other votes in here today? Y'all are a little on the quiet side this morning. That's okay. It's Monday, right? Mondays are rough. Ugh. Also, when I woke up, we're getting some big storms in here. Big storms through here today. Jersey is in the house. Good morning. Thanks for stopping in, Jim Rat. Indigo, thank you for the follow. All right. Well, Jim Rat, I guess you're an hour ahead of me, so it's almost 7 a.m. Well, Jim Rat, my alarm goes off at 3:45. I don't have the luxury yet of going to the gym. When I am out of my 9 to 5 job, I'm going to be that mama that takes my boys to school during the school year, and then I'm going to be going to the gym, and I'm going to be getting my good workouts in. I've just been working out downstairs in our toy room / my workout area for 7 years now, almost 8. Very nice, Jim Rat. That's awesome. Good for you. All right. So for those of you who are new to digital marketing, let me explain a little bit about what this is. Digital marketing is just being able to market anything on any social media platform. So when you hear people talk about digital marketing programs and courses, what they are doing is they are like a college class where they are going to new skills to promote anything on any online space. So think about this. Jim Rat here is talking about being at the gym this morning. I usually use a restaurant, but we'll use the gym today. So say you go to your gym, you're doing your workout, you record a short clip of it, you tag the gym that you go to, and you post it to your social media. And you say, guys, I had a great workout at this gym today. You right there just marketed for your gym for free. In fact, you're paying them to be there, right? So the goal with digital marketing is to learn to do those things and make money doing them. Now, there's multiple ways to go about this, right? And I'm talking any social media platform because the program I work with is going to teach you any platform, whatever one works best for you. That's awesome, Jim Rat. Good for you. So for those of you who are sitting skeptical on the fence, J89, you're sitting on the fence about digital marketing. You're sitting skeptical. I want you to put the word yes in the comments if you want me to explain how it is different than this, how it's different than an MLM or network marketing, direct sales. Put the word yes in the comments if you want me to explain how that is different. Hold on. I forgot YT is hanging out over here. Okay. I got the word yes. All right, J89. I'm going to get out my fancy board today. I'm not a teacher, but I enjoy writing on my board, so that's what we're going to do today. So here's my whiteboard. We're going to divide this up into two different things. Now, keep in mind, I have done like 7 of the MLMs. And I have an MLM that I'm open and honest, like I'm still a part of it because I love the product. But here's the thing, I'm not sliding into DMs anymore. I'm not sending any more hey girl messages. I'm not going to be bugging my friends and family to buy anything from me. Okay. I'm just sharing like, hey, I've been using this product and I like it. And if they're interested, they come to me. I'm not relying on those sales, right? Been there, done that, never again. So that's why I got into the digital marketing world, to learn these new skills. And I have a product that I market that's a high ticket item in high demand where I'm 100% profit off of it. So I'm not the little guy sitting at the bottom of the pyramid anymore. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Also, as you're new, just stopping in, be sure to check out my LINK that is listed on my TikTok page. It is a Beacons. The first thing that pops up says, get your free copy of the Freedom Formula. That's a freebie. Gonna explain to you more about what I do. Now, here's a secret. Download that, because then if you decide this isn't for you, you can unsubscribe and I'm not even gonna know about it. Okay. But at least you had the courage to check it out. You snag that freebie because that's a free guide for how you can get into this online space and start making some money. Okay. Check your spam, check your promo folders. Sometimes those end up in there. Okay. So let's put that MLM world over here. Oh, my 4-year-old was playing with this over the weekend, so this is not looking pretty. I'm sorry about that. We're going to call this high ticket marketing. That's another word for digital marketing over here in the corner. Okay, so this MLM world, here's a couple of the major differences. We got this pyramid up here, right? If you're at the top, you're making like 70%. If you're at the bottom, you're making like 20%, right? So over here, you're making a small percentage of profits. Over here, you're making 100% profit. Now, I want you to put the word yes in the comments if you have heard people talk about, thank you for sharing me out, Sharon. I want you to put, oh my gosh, my brain is not braining this morning. I want you to put the word yes in the comments if you have heard people talk about how they're having 10K months online. Put the word yes in the comments, because here's the thing. You're watching people talk about how they're having 10K months online, 5K months online, and you're sitting skeptical, right? You're thinking, well, they're making all this money online, but nobody's showing you how it's done. Sharon's like, yes, I've seen it. And you're sitting skeptical, right? Because when I hear the word 10K, I'm like, well, that's more than I make in my 9-to-5 job during the month. How the heck are they doing that working from just their phone and social media? It's because they're not settling for this small percentage, right? Over here, you're flinging mascara. You're making maybe $9 off a mascara tube. Over here, my best-selling product is a $900 product. 100% profit directly into my pockets. So over here, you have a $9 mascara. You need 100 customers to have a $900 day. It's going to take you a lot of customers to hit 10K. When you're over here, you just need 1 customer to have a $900 day. Right? So 12 customers is going to get you a 10K month. That's how people are having 10K months. They're not thinking small anymore, right? Over here, you're thinking small. You're flinging mascara for $9 and you're just hoping and praying that you can make a couple extra $100, right? Over here, we're all on a, yeah, so true, Robin. I have made way more with digital marketing in the short amount of time I have been doing it than the like 10 years I spent dabbling in different MLMs. It's wild to me. It's wild. So those are one of the big differences. Okay. Everybody understand that? Put the word yes in the comments. The other big differences are here. Over here, you're sliding into DMs, right? You're sending what I call those hey girl messages. Hey guy, hey girl, mostly hey girl, where I would slide into DMs, right? And then I'd hide my phone because these are people I haven't talked to since high school. High school was almost 20 years ago. And I'm saying, Alexis is like, yes, been there. Sliding into those DMs, hated those hey girl messages. I got one last week, Sharon. This girl is trying real hard to get me on her team. And I'm like, no, thank you. I'm good. I'm good. So I would send these messages, right? And then I'd hide my phone because I was scared of what their response was going to be, or worse yet, no response at all. And man, it's going to be awkward when I run into them at church or at the grocery store. There's probably still people who see me out in public who will turn the other way because of these, right? You're spamming your cousin, your aunts, uncles, all the people. Over here, we teach what's called attraction marketing. Okay. So what we're doing over here is we are figuring out who our perfect customer is. So you are figuring out who your perfect audience is, and that's how you're creating your content. Who your perfect audience is and how to share your story. Oh, that is not pretty handwriting. Okay. Does that make sense? Put the word yes in the comments. So these are two of the biggest differences. Over here, you're building a team and recruiting, right? You're bugging people to join your team. You're hoping, praying that your team makes all their sales, so you get your big bonuses. We don't do that over here, okay? Because we're all making 100% profit. So your business is 100% yours. You're not relying on anybody else to make sales throughout the month so you get your bonuses or you make any sort of income. It's a beautiful thing. Your income on this is 100% determined by the work and the effort that you put into it. Does that make sense? Does anybody have any questions about this? Yes or no, drop it in the comments. Feel free to screenshot this if you want to reference it for later. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? Does that make sense, J89? Okay, so those are the big differences in network marketing versus the MLM world. And I had somebody say too, now I'm not trying to like knock on the MLM world, okay? Because here's the thing, I worked with some really great people in some really great companies, okay, that have really great products, right? But the business model is not sustainable. And somebody recently who was in another MLM with me talked too about how toxic that end of the month gets. Right? The end of the month, it's the last couple days and you're grinding and you're bugging everybody under the sun to buy something from you so you hit your monthly goals. And then you got to start all over and do it the next month. Like that was exhausting, right? Now, again, there's great companies out there, but just know, like, don't make that your main source of income, right? Because here's the thing too. My mom was in one of these where she was high up. She had a team of like 20 some people under her. She was bringing in like, I don't even know how much, but they came in a year and a half ago and they cut all of her bonuses on the people under her. And she lost like almost $3,000 a month in income. And they're not the only company that's done. Companies that have closed, there's companies that have been reworking their bonuses because at the end of the day, they just want to get as much money out of you as possible, right? They want to make all the profit that they can. So she was with Essential Bodywear, which sells women's intimates. Is that the word I want to use? But you can look it up online, Robin. And they actually just partnered with Zaya, which I don't really know what that means for them. But I like Zaya clothes a lot. I haven't bought any in a while, but Zaya was one of the MLMs that I did back in the day. And I eventually had to like let it go because I got tired of paying the fee for the website fee every month. So yeah. All right. Does this all make sense? Now, I want you to drop a 1 in the comments if you want to hear about what you're going to learn inside my programs first, or drop a 2 if you want to hear about my 2-hour workday. Because here's the thing. If you're somebody who's headed to that 9 to 5 grind today and you are thinking, there is no way in the world I have the time to build an online business, to make money online, just know that I have been there, right? I work full time. I got 2 boys at home. They're 7 and 4. They're great. They're amazing. They're needy. Okay. It's just the way they are. I got a husband who works full time. He also has a side business. I spent all day Saturday with him photographing a wedding. Life is busy. But here's the thing, if you're somebody who's feeling stuck in your situation, you're tired of that 9 to 5 grind, you want more time, you want more money, and you just don't know where to start, look at the opportunities that God's placing in front of you. Now, I just share one of them. I encourage everybody to do their research. Okay. There's multiple digital marketing courses out there. Do your research. But here's what I'm going to tell you. I had somebody comment on a video the other day that I made that was a video of me. A couple weeks ago, I had my first really big week with this. Now, I've made really good income doing this, but I had my first really good week where I made $2,700 in just 5 days from my phone and social media. I made $900 while I was sitting helping with the church nursery. I made $1,800 while I was dropping my boys off at school for the day. Because it's summer, I work full time. My poor boys, they still got to get up every morning at the exact same time. They got to go to their designated locations for the day. I made $1,800 while I was out living my life. $2,700 in just 5 days. So I made a video about that. And somebody posted on there, they said, well, digital marketing is like winning the lottery. And so I created a video that just was giving them information about this, right? Because here's the thing. You see these people being successful and you're thinking, well, it must be nice for them. But when you have a step-by-step program that literally teaches you everything you need to know, literally holds your hand, gives you live interactive mentoring every single day and tells you, hey, go post this. Hey, go post this. Hey, go do this. You can learn real quick how to build that online business. The other thing is, this is literally a business in a box. They literally give you everything you need. But that person commented on that video that I made, and she said, here's the thing. I invested in one of these courses. It's not mine. I invested in one of these courses, and they basically said, the videos will give you everything you need. Good luck. And I had to respond to her and apologize to her and say, I am really sorry that that happened to you. Because here's the thing. Everybody deserves to freaking win in this online space. Everybody. I don't care what your background is. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what kind of house you live in. Okay. I believe everybody deserves to win here. And I'm never going to ghost my people. Now, I can't run your online business for you, right? I'm also in this for the 2-hour workday because I'm a full-time working mama and I want my time back with my boys. That's why I jumped into this. But here's the thing. The program I have gives live interactive mentorship. You're not going to need me, but I'm still going to be there. And I'll talk with you in a little bit about what I offer the people who start and jump in and start their online business with me. Because I want to watch you succeed and I want to help you get started so you have a good ground to really be successful here. But I can't do the work for you. So just keep that in mind. So Miranda, it's funny that you say that. I am actually with the Legacy Builders program. But that's awesome. I support every single course out there. I don't care what course people are with. Everybody deserves to win here. And I still support people. Now, I like Legacy Builders because, like I said, we have that live interactive mentorship. Every single week, we have like 3 or 4 calls that are done by 6 and 7 figure earners in this online space. So it's like you're going to a college class, right? Zoom trainings where they're teaching you a skill, but then also you can get on and you can ask them questions and they're going to answer those questions for you. That's a huge game changer. So that mentorship matters. And when that girl told me on that video, she's like, listen, I bought this course and I'm not getting any mentorship. That's what I meant by this. And I said, I am sorry. I am sorry that happened to you. I have a community of 54,000 people who jump on and support me. I jump on and support them. We're not making any money off of each other, right? I'm making 100% profit off of products I didn't have to create. They're the same. So their business is all theirs. Mine is all mine. but we still want to watch each other succeed, and we help each other get where they want to be. We answer questions, we do the thing, we support each other. It's just what we do. And so when she told me, like, hey, I invested in this course and I'm not getting the mentorship I wanted, like, that hurt. That makes me sad. Like, that makes me sad for them. Now, again, you're not going to need me, right? You're not going to need me, but I'm going to be there for you. I'm never going to leave you on red. I'm going to help answer your questions, and you deserve to win here. So let's just start with that. All right, Run Faster wants to hear about my 2-hour workday. Why Meaty wants to hear about what you're going to learn inside the program. Can I get a tiebreaker? Drop a 1 if you want to hear about what you're going to learn inside the programs. Drop a 2 if you want to hear about my 2-hour workday first. Yeah, Miranda, check it out. Because here's the thing. There's so many different options out there, and I always encourage people, like, do your research. Find the one that works best for you. Everybody learns different. Everybody needs different tools to succeed. I know that I like my handheld, right? I'm type A. I want somebody to tell me every single day what to do and how to do it. Also, I have zero tech skills. So for me, this Freedom machine that's up here running in the background 24/7 for me, that came like 90% done. And then they gave me short little videos that said, hey, go set up your P plan so you can make the income off of this. They walked me through step by step how to do that. And they walked me through step by step how to personalize it. That to me was a game changer, because I want you. All right. So I need tiebreakers, guys. Thank you for the follows. Good morning. My girl Jen's in the house. How are you today, dear? Thanks for stopping in. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the programs first, and then we'll dive into that 2-hour workday, because I love the 2-hour workday. Just Coffee TikTok. Okay. So here's a couple of the things you're going to learn inside our program. Now, I have 4 programs that I offer, and I'll go over that here in a little bit. But those 4 programs, we offer different ones because not one size fits all, right? Now, obviously, one of them you're going to get less of the goodies versus the other. Okay? So, we're going to teach you a launch to profit in 7 days, because our biggest goal here is to get your business into profit mode. Because when you're making 100% profit, that first customer pays for the business itself, right? Your second customer, you are automatically making all that income. Thank you, Abby, for the love. I appreciate you. So keep that in mind. We're going to teach you a launch to profit in 7 days, what to post for the first 7 days, and you can repeat that over and over again. We have people who do that every single day. We had somebody who did it. I just heard it referenced inside a training. Excuse me, somebody did it every single day for like three or 4 weeks in a row, and every single time they did it, they got a customer. So keep that in mind. We also are going to teach you how to we teach you how to set up this Freedom machine. Okay. We teach you, thank you, Robin. Thanks for stopping in today, dear. We teach you, I'm getting so distracted right now. I don't know why. My brain is all over the place today, guys. We're going to teach you replacement income, right? That daily pay, how to have recurring income online from your phone, because here's the thing, your bills are coming in every single month, right? Learn how to get recurring income from the things you already do. We're going to teach you that. We teach you multiple streams of income. Yeah, Chrissy, I don't know what the deal is this morning. Like, I got up, I did my workout, I got my coffee, like I did all the normal things I do. It's just all over the place today. We're going to give you a list of 200 digital product ideas. These are digital products that you can create yourself. Okay. We give you a list, we teach you how to create them, and then we're going to teach you how to market them. Because what do you need to run an online business? You need to have a product. You need to know how to market it. You also need a Freedom machine running for you in the background 24/7. So we literally give you all of those things, because here's the thing. We give you that list of products you can create, but also when you invest in a program like this, it's going to teach you those marketing skills, but also they give you a product to practice with, which for me was a game changer, because I didn't have my own digital product, right? I work full time. Good morning, Wealth of Kings. How are you today? I work full time. I didn't have the time, I didn't have the energy, and I didn't have the brain power to be like, yeah, I would love to create my own digital product. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know how to do it. We teach that inside our program, but also we give you our program to practice with, because how do you learn? You learn by riding a bike, right? You get on the freaking bike and you ride the bike. You don't just watch a bunch of videos about it. So we teach you on a learn and earn system where you learn these skills and then you can turn around and promote the program itself and you can earn income at the same time. So those are some of the biggest things we teach. We teach you how to brand yourself. We have mindset trainings. We have extra legacy trainings. We also have a tech team, which to me is amazing because I want you to put in the comments, put the word yes if you're like, well, I have zero tech skills. Put the word yes in the comments because that's me. Right now, I work in healthcare. I've been in healthcare for 13 years. I know all the blood, guts, grossness about the human body. Okay. Because I've literally worked in every single area possible. Yes, you're like, the tech stuff scares me. The tech stuff scares me too. So when I discovered that the Freedom Machine was set up for me and I only had to watch these videos and plug it in, that for me was a game changer. Because here's the thing, that 2-hour workday I'm going to talk about here in a little bit, I do that 2-hour workday. I put my phone down, I'm out living my life. And this Freedom Machine is running for me in the background 24/7, right? We talked about that MLM world where you're sending those hey girl messages, you're doing all the follow up and it's exhausting because you're just waiting for people to say no and you're literally messaging them being like, "Hey, if you're not interested, just give me the word no because I need to move on with my life." I don't have to do that because here's the thing. We talked about that attraction market, right? So I'm creating my content directed towards my perfect audience. Good morning, Lisa. How are you today? Towards my perfect audience. Thank you so much. And if they're interested, I just say, hey, check out my Freedom Machine that's running for me in the background here. If they're interested, they plug in their contact info. If they decide they get in here and this isn't for them, they unsubscribe. I never had to hear the word no. It's amazing. So those are the big things that you're going to get with a program like this. Okay. They literally give you all the pieces to the puzzle for building an online business. And for me, like I'm type A, I want my hand held and I want somebody to tell me what to do. Now, I have 2 young boys, right? My 4-year-old does not want me to tell him what to do. And he lets me know it very loudly every single day. But all I can think is, man, I wish somebody would tell me what to do with my life every single day. Because here's the thing. Last summer, I was watching this other mama make money on, right? And summertime's hard for me. If you're a working mom, you know what I mean. Now, I talk a lot to mamas, but if you're in here and you're a dad or you're an uncle or a grandpa, you know what I mean, right? You're that working parent who's watching somebody else make all the summer memories with your littles. That's me. And summer hits me hard because I really dislike that my boys have to get up every single morning to an alarm clock. Their internal alarm clock works anyway. But my husband and I were talking about this morning. We're like, man, they never sleep in. And I'm like, yeah, probably because they get up every single day the entire year to get up and go to school. Okay. So summer hits me hard. And last summer, I remember telling my therapist, like, this isn't the life I want. I don't want to be clocking into that 9 to 5 anymore. I need something else, but I don't know where to start. I'm exhausted. How do I have the time to figure this out? And I had heard about this digital space, this digital marketing space, and I sat on the fence, right? And I remember literally telling my therapist, I wish God would just give me like a big, bright, flashy arrow and point me in the right direction. And then in August, life hit the fan for us. And that was God literally smacking me on the head saying, listen, you've been looking at this for months now. This is exactly what you need. And now that I am here, this is literally what I have always dreamed of. So I'm going to start by saying, if you're somebody who's dreamed of more than where you're at now, just pray about it and look at the opportunities God's putting in front of you. Okay. He's not going to just tell you, right? He's going to put the opportunities in there and then you pray about it. So just know that if I showed up on your FYP this morning and you're looking for a way to make money online, maybe this is exactly what you've been looking for. I got free info up here. Check it out. If you decide it's not for you, unsubscribe. Check your spam, check your promos. Sometimes those end up in there. Okay. So those are the basics of what you're going to learn inside your program. Okay. Now I want you to drop a 1 if you want to hear about the program and the investment behind them first, or drop a 2 if you want to hear about my 2-hour workday. Because I don't sugarcoat this, right? There is a small investment up front to start this online business. But here's the thing. That's a one-time investment. It's way less than I spent on college, and I'm making way more way earlier than I did with my college degree. I don't know if that's how I want to say that. But when you go to college, because this just blows my mind, and I've been bringing this up a lot lately if you've been on my lives, but I went to college for 3 years, right? I got my degree in X-ray, and then I got my degree in nuke med. I literally spent 3 years of my life working at the hospital for free. For free. And then I had to go take a big scary test that was like, "Hey, that 80,000 you spent on college paid off." And then I had to pay to take a test to say, "Okay, well now you can be certified in this. You actually learned enough." And I had to take that to go get my day job. And then I had to hope and pray that I was going to find a job in my field, which thankfully I did, but that job didn't pay me what I was worth in the beginning. I spent 80K on student loans, and I started out making 36 a year. Where does that make sense? It doesn't. But when you get into this online space, it's mind-blowing to me the small investment that I made on a learn and earn system. Once you get this freedom machine up and running for you in the background, you can be in profit mode. That's mind-blowing to me. Because it took, right, Lisa? Oh my gosh. It makes me sick when I think about it. And it took me 12 years to pay off all those loans. 12 years. 12 years. And it took me just as long to be hitting six figures. And the only reason I make six figures now is because I take call. I take call at my day job and I work overtime and stay late. That's the only reason I make six figures. My salary is not even set at six figures. Is that not mind blowing? It's wild to me. It's wild. But when you get into this online space, like you can create unlimited income. And it's a beautiful thing because you can create as many streams of income as you want, right? I could create 48 digital products. I make them one time, right? I make those products one time. I plug them into my beacons up here and they're out there whenever people want to grab them. Now, I haven't made a ton of them myself yet. That's on my to-do list. But you can create multiple streams of income doing the things you already love, right? And that's what the program is going to teach you. Yep, and they still only want to pay you 3%. Yep, it's wild. It's just yeah, you know. Lisa used to work in the hospital's healthcare system too. She knows. She knows. And like my boss has put in for us to get a raise, right? Because here's the thing, while they billions, it's so true. Because here's the thing, the area I work in, I'm doing the job of like five techs. There's six of us doing the job of five techs. Now we have a tech going on maternity leave soon, and we have another tech phasing his way out, going to 2 days a week. So we are losing a third of our staff while we're running 5 labs. We're running minor IR, major IR, cath lab, EP, and vascular. It's gonna suck, and they're not gonna pay me anymore. Now my boss has put in for us to get a raise, but I don't know if that's gonna happen, right? She's not the one that makes the end decision. It's the people above her. And they always want you to do more work for the same amount of pay. Always. This winter is gonna be terrible. It's gonna be terrible. But you know what? That's okay. I'm working my way out. I'm working my way out. Okay, so let's talk real quick about, did anybody vote on that? I'm looking at my comments here. Man, it is Monday and we're sleepy. Just coffee, TikTok. All right, let's talk real quick about this 2-hour workday because it fits seamlessly into your schedule. Now, once you get into this online space, it really was mind blowing to me to think you can work just 2 hours a day, right? Because I've always been taught you go clock in, you're working at least 8 hours a day, right? That's a normal shift, is an 8-hour day. So imagine if, like, I love imagining the life I'm going to have when this replaces my 9 to 5 income, especially this time of year. Being able to sit, hi, Fiona, how are you today? Being able to sit on the deck in the morning and drink my coffee, watch the sun come up, wake up to my boys jumping in bed with me, snuggling instead of rushing out the door, eating breakfast together, slow mornings and not having to ask them 85 times to put their shoes on because I'm running late. Imagine if you only had to work 2 hours a day from your phone, anywhere you are. Like, you can travel the world, you can be running your business. Because I do those 2 hours a day, I put my phone down and this is running for me in the background 24/7. Now, if somebody decides this isn't for them, they unsubscribe. If they do decide they're ready to start their online business, they can invest anytime, anywhere. I've made money while I'm sleeping. I've made money while I'm sitting at church. I made money driving in my car. I've made money dropping my boys off at school. It's really life changing once you realize that you don't have to tie your time to dollars. So, my 2-hour workday. Here's the things I do. First part of my workday is I listen to training videos. Simple training. I usually pick one a day. Up in an earbud. You can do that anytime, anywhere. While I'm folding my mountain of laundry, while I'm unloading the dishwasher, while I'm during my lunch break at my 9 to 5. Drop a 1 in the comments if you can listen to training videos. Drop a 1 in the comments. Second part of my workday is creating content. Now, we talked about that attraction marketing portion of this. Team Daily Pay is a 1. We talked about the attraction marketing portion of this. So many people are like, well, I don't know how to create my content. And that word content creator, 2 words, phrase, it's scary, right? Like, I used to see that word content creator and I used to think, well, those are the fancy people on TikTok, right? Those are the fancy people. Ametria, you're totally fine. Thanks for stopping in today. How are you? Happy Monday. Um, those are the fancy people, right? Those are the mamas who have their hair done and their makeup done and dressed to the nines, right? The word content creator is so scary. But here's the thing, we're going to teach you how to create your content in our program, right? I talked about that attraction marketing portion. So we're literally teaching you who your perfect audience is and how to share your story with them. And that sounds big and scary, but really, it's just you. You are your perfect audience, right? Because you are literally just branding yourself in this online space. Good morning, good evening, Ash. How are you today? Thanks for stopping in. Australia in the house. So we teach you how to figure out who your perfect audience is, how to create your content directed towards them, right? That's how we're doing our marketing versus sliding into DMs. Okay. So create simple content, right? Those 7-second videos with a text overlay and a trending sound, those usually do the best. We're talking simple content here. A 30-second video, a 60-second video. Drop a 2 in the comments if that's something you can do. Excuse me. The other part of my workday is going live. Now, the thought of going live scares people, right? I get it. It's a little on the scary side because you don't know who's going to jump in here. But here's the thing. Think about this. Now, when I started, I jumped into this online space. I didn't even know going live was going to be a thing. I started about going live. I'm not going to do that. But here's the thing. Once you listen to those trainings and you create the content, you start to build your confidence, right? And our program is going to teach you how to go live. You're going to have people in here supporting you, and going live actually becomes fun. Okay. Going live becomes fun because now I get to interact with people one-on-one. I get to answer questions in real time, and you guys get to know me. You get to know that I am a full-time working mama. Good morning, Vanessa. How are you today? I get to answer your questions and I just get to be me, right? So going live is scary, but at the end of the day, what if you could go live? You learn the skills, right? You do the trainings. Now you don't have to go live right away, right? Like, you invest in your program. First of all, especially if you start on TikTok, we're going to teach you that you need to start a new account with a big fat goose egg, which scares most people, right? But I want you to think about this. I literally started this account just 2 months ago, late May, because my other account got hacked. But when I jumped into this online space, I knew what I had to do to grow the account. But it's going to take you a little bit of time to get where you can actually go live, because you have to have so many followers and be interactive and do all of that stuff. So keep that in mind. Also, we're going to have people who are going to jump on here and support you. So think about this. What if you could get on a live and you have that one thing that somebody out there has been hoping for and praying for, a way for them to make some extra income? They're looking at going and doing the dash, taking more time away from their family, and they're absolutely dreading it because they're already exhausted and they just want time, right? They want time, but they need the money. What if you could get on a live and you share this one opportunity with them and they decide to jump in and it completely transforms their life? You gave them hope, you gave them a lifeline, but at the same time, you just create extra income for your family and you just had a $900 day. Put the word yes in the comments if you would be willing to go live for the opportunity to have a $900. Put the word yes in the comments because that right there is life changing. Yes, all the support. We have all the support in the DGC, all the support. It's amazing here. I love it. I love it so much. And that's something that came out of this that I didn't expect. Because first of all, I've had people jump on my live and they're like, I would love to start an online business, but I'm not going to get the support from my friends and family. And here's what I tell them. You don't need them. Now, I get it because that's hurtful, right? I'm that person with a soft heart, and it's hurtful when your friends and family don't support you. But I literally jumped into this and I made the announcement on another social media platform like, hey, I'm going to be starting this thing soon. And excuse me, all my coworkers the next day were like, well, what are you selling now? That's literally what they said to me. And so I just know who I can talk to this about and who I can't talk to this about. And unless they ask questions, I don't say a word about it. But here's the thing. First of all, you don't need them to support you because we got a community of 54,000 people who are going to love on you and support you. And I'm going to love on you and support you because I truly believe everybody deserves to win in this online space, right? I truly, truly believe that. And if you're willing to do those three things, you're willing to be coachable and listen to training, you're willing to be self-motivated and create the content, and you're willing to go live and stay consistent, it will happen in this online space. It will. Now, I don't know how long it's going to take, right? Um, because everybody learns different. And the tool set, um, and they'll ask you again when you get to leave your job. That's so true, Fiona. And like I have this other coworker who's always he has like the flea market things where he's always going to flea markets and like reselling things, upselling, is that what you call it? Um and he'll just be like, "Well, I made this much money." And I'm like, "You're working a heck of a lot harder than I am from my phone and I definitely made more than that last month." So it's so true. Everybody asks you why until they ask you how, right? Because they're watching you do the thing and they want to see if it's going to work for you first. And then when it does work, they're like, oh, okay, well, maybe now I'll jump in. But it's so true. So here's the thing, if you can do those three things, there's absolutely no reason that you cannot start an online business and grow it into six figures if that's what you want. Now, it's not going to happen overnight. This is not a get rich quick thing. You got to show up, you got to put in the work, and you got to stay consistent. But if you can do those three things, you can make anything happen in this online space. And I know it's wild when you're seeing people talk about having $900 days. I know, 'cause I was there. I was sitting on the outside, sitting skeptical, thinking there's no way that's real. There's no way. Because it's so different than what we've been taught, right? We've always been taught that the only way to make money is to go clock in and work for somebody else 40 plus hours a week. That's the only way to make a good living. But when you discover like you literally can work just 2 hours a day from your phone and you can make more money than what that 9 to 5 is going to pay you, it's so incredibly freeing. It's so freeing. And if you're somebody who's been sitting there and you're like, I'm exhausted, like, because here's the thing, I enjoy my job. I'm open and honest about this. I enjoy my job and it's not about the money for me. At the end of the day, we ended up taking on a new car loan in August, and that's what made me mad, and that's what got me into this online business. I just got in here to make an extra $900 a month to cover the car payment and free up our budget a little bit because I started panicking. And then I started seeing stories in this online space about people having $900 days. Daryl from our community who lost his job, he walked in on a Tuesday. They said, "We don't need you anymore." He had negative $6 in his bank account. He was homeless at one point in time, and he now has made over $400,000 in like 18 months or 20 months, something like that. Like life-changing things are coming out of this online space, and he's just one of many. So keep that in mind. But if you can do those three things, there's no reason that you cannot build an online six-figure business. Now it's going to take time. You got to put in the work. It's like if you get the gym membership, right? You want the six-pack abs, you have to actually go to the gym. It's not just because you invested in that gym membership that you're going to have that six-pack of abs. You got to put in the work. So keep that in mind. Okay. Now let's talk real quick about my 4 programs, and then I'm going to show you guys, direct you to my LINK, and then I'm going to log off for a little bit today. So we have 4 programs. I talked about this a little bit already. 4 programs because not one size fits all. But here's the thing. Let me start here. We do offer investment plans, PAY plans. So if you're somebody who wants to get up and running, but you don't have the income right now, because I know what you're thinking. You're thinking this girl's wild if she thinks I just have $900 laying around. Because I get it. I definitely didn't. Most of us start on a PAY plan. Okay. But keep in mind, one customer puts you into profit mode, because once you invest in this, you now own it, and you can turn around and you can promote it as many times as you want. Okay. So I have a 900, 600, 300, 100. Now you start with that 900, you automatically own all 4 products. So you can make 100% profit off any 4 of these digital programs. Okay. You start at the 300, just on the 300 and the 100. Okay. Does that make sense? We do offer those PAY plans. Now, the only other thing you're going to pay is that Freedom Machine fee. Okay. This Freedom Machine is up here running for you in the background 24/7, 90% done for you. We have short videos to teach you how to do the rest. That's a $39 fee. Okay. It's a one-time fee. It's not monthly. It's not yearly. Okay. And you start at that 100. I sweeten the deal a little bit. Okay. Because I really want to help you get started. So that $900 level, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to reimburse this Freedom Machine fee for you. Once your Freedom Machine is up and running, I'm going to have you reach out to me. Okay. And say, hey, Keevan, I got my Freedom Machine up and running. Will you double check that it works? And I'm going to plug in my info. Okay. Make sure that it's running the way it should. Once that is up and running, I'm going to set up a coaching call with you, a one-time one-on-one coaching where I am going to help you get started. I want to get to know you. I want to get to know your goals, and I'm going to help you figure out, really nail down who your perfect customer is, how you're going to be creating your content and sharing your story with them, because I want to help you succeed. Okay. And then I do also offer, I do group coaching for the people that jump into this online space with me. Okay. Twice a month, I do a Zoom call. I actually have to get those emails out for the month of August. I do a Zoom call with everybody where I do some education, usually specifically on TikTok. There's some changes coming to TikTok here potentially in the next couple months. So I got to be doing my research on that. But just tips and tricks and nuggets that I have learned to just help me be successful in this online space, I'm going to share those with you. And then you can jump on and ask me any questions. Because here's the thing, that girl that posted on my video that she didn't get the mentorship she was expecting, that's not what this online space should be. We should all be empowering each other. We should all be wanting to watch each other succeed. And I do my best every single day to make sure that happens. Now, I can't run your business for you. I work full time. I got 2 boys. I can't be there for you every second of the day. But if you have questions, I'm going to answer them. Okay. So keep all that in mind. Are there any questions about any of this? Questions in the comments. I hear my boys upstairs. They're already up for the day. I think I have 2 minutes before I hit my 1 hour mark. Thank you for the follow, Grandpa Mark. Good morning. Where are y'all watching from today? Just coffee, TikTok. Ugh, that's how I know my live's almost done. My coffee's cold. Okay. So I'm going to walk y'all through real quick how to get to my LINK and snag your free copy of that Freedom Machine, or Freedom Formula. That's the word I was looking for. And then I'm going to probably log off for the day. You guys are so sweet. Thanks for all the love today. That was like a half heart. Man, it's Monday. Monday. My internet is so slow, so slow. Okay. So to get to my TikTok page, be sure you click on my face in the top left. Okay, a box will pop up at the bottom. Click that a second time. It'll take you to my TikTok page. Okay. My LINK is listed right here. It's a beacons. It's the one listed on the top. Click on that. It's going to take you to, wait for it. Wait for it. My internet is so slow some days. Today is one of those days. It must feel the Monday blues too. Okay, here's my beacons page. So if you're ready to snag, ew. I have a feeling that's some sort of bodily booger or something from one of my kids. Kids are great. Okay, click right here. This is where you're going to plug in your information to get that free copy of the Freedom Formula. Check your spam, check your promo folders. Sometimes they end up in there. Download this free copy because then if you decide this isn't for you, you can unsubscribe. I won't even know about it. Okay. Now, if you're somebody who's ready to jump in, you're ready to look at our programs, they're all listed under Start Your Legacy today. All 4 programs are listed here. You can click on any one of them. Okay. It'll take you directly to the PAY page. Okay. I just like to show this to you guys because if you're somebody who's wanting to get started and you need that PAY plan, that installment plan, you just click here. Okay. The purple button is what's going to get you there. Now, if you're somebody who's wanting to get started and the PAYs that are listed aren't working for you, reply to the message that you get from me, to the mail you get from me, because I have a potential way to get to work around this, where people are starting for as little as like $60. So keep that in mind. All right. Does anybody have any questions? Monday. Okay. Well, everybody, I'm going to probably log off for the day. I hope y'all have a wonderful Monday because it's a new week, new goals, new grind. Make it happen, right? Make it happen. Don't stay stuck. I will be back tomorrow right around 5:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Otherwise, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. If for some reason you cannot get to my LINK, you too, Fiona. Thanks for stopping in today. If you can't get to my LINK, feel free to send me a message on TikTok. Just tell me you were in my life because I do a lot of blessing and releasing to the people that end up in my DMs. But I want to answer questions. I want to help you get started. So just be sure to do that. All right. Have a beautiful Monday. Send some hope and love out into the world because the Lord knows we all need it. So have a great day. Bye. Man, that was brutal. Came across a crazy video the other day where this Oh, yeah. I always forget that this is still running back here. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.